right, good day, friends. I hope you're doing really well. And so in this week's video series, we've been talking about containment, like gentle, basically, gentle guidelines and structure around helping you stay on track during this really challenging time. Now, I know if you're anything like me, I tend to I don't want to have I don't want to really have structure. I don't really want to have accountability. And I think that's really important to notice about ourselves is that I know things that I do on a daily basis, what is going to be more life affirming, what is going to help me go forward or stay on track just with some of the things that I care about, whether that's water intake, whether that's a variety of food, whether that's enough downtime in between client sessions, whether it's being present with people, is that if I want, if I do those things, I will get the results eventually that I'd like, which is more peacefulness, things have more ease to them, despite the fact that maybe stuff around us we can't control. And so I was thinking about the different words we use. Some people come to me and they say, I'm here because I want more accountability, thinking that if somebody else tells them the right thing to do, then they won't have to feel feelings or have to negotiate anything. It's not really like that. It's like, where do you want to go? And let's work backwards about what needs to happen for that. And those are the things that oftentimes we know we'd like to do, but there's a part of us that doesn't want to. And that's where we get stuck, where we get a little foggy, where we get off track. Sometimes thinking, oh my goodness, what would benefit me is XYZ. And then we just shut down and get overwhelmed thinking we have to do all that at once. And so this video is to remind you all that to know where you're going, or if you're feeling like it at this point that you're getting a little drifty or you're getting really angry around, the fact still remains we need to sleep, we need to eat, we need to drink. We don't want to bite the heads off of the people we love around us. So what is that going to mean? And that probably means, like I talked about in my video on Saturday, is that we're going to need to know that there are blocks of time these different needs get met. And if it's feeling like I don't want to do it, that's where you explore. Sometimes that's where you explore, and then some people tell me, I know that I don't want to do it, but I know why I don't want to do it. And let's say, plan a little bit. I know why I don't want to. I've unpacked that. It's a responsibility thing. It's I'm not worth all the effort thing. I got it. I haven't fully unpacked all that yet, but I still know that I need to plan to get the groceries. I need, not that you have to, but you need to if you want to continue to keep stability with your food, let's say. So I just want to take a little break in the video and say good morning to everybody who's showing up here live. I really appreciate you because you're taking time to enrich this community and it be a space where you have some like-minded folks that are going through something similar to you. I think that there's something really, if you can feel that nugget in your heart of other people are doing the same thing. I'm not by myself. So I'd love to hear from any of you, and this is a little bit of a call to action, is what do you notice that, works really well for you, but maybe there's also some trouble being okay with that. I would love for you to share that down below so everybody can benefit from, oh, I never thought about it that way. That's the missing piece for me. Oh, okay, that gave me some clarity. And I'll give you an example. So let's say, I'll give you a really quick example. And I've told this story many times, but it's a pretty clear one, is that I remember finally when I worked through yield of okay, what do I really want to eat? The yield is okay, I'm going to slow down and be honest and authentic with myself. No delusion here. I want fajitas. Okay. And then I would have this emotion come up of oh, but fajitas take so much time and I don't deserve to take that much time to make a meal just for myself because it was just me at the time. And then I would get into it's too expensive. And so if I just listened to those thoughts, which I did the first time or two, I would not get the fajitas. I would not get a satisfaction and probably did some deprivation-driven eating as a result. So you could see the cycle happen, right? So probably 6 times of having these same conversations with myself, I'd say, okay, What is it that I think is so hard about making that meal? It takes too much time. Okay, well, what takes too much time? I didn't think the chicken took too much time. Like skillet, oven, no big deal. It was the peppers and onions that were totally tripping me up. Thinking that takes too much time. Well, the truth is, yeah, I'm not feeling like I have that much capacity to give to chop those up. But they make them pre-chopped. And this is like 20 years ago they were making them pre-chopped. So we had that, but they cost more. And so I remember going to the store, looking at them like, oh, this costs 75 cents more. Oh my gosh. And at the time it wasn't nothing, but it wasn't, for the cost it was causing mentally and emotionally for me. Of course, buy the 75-cent more chopped up onions and peppers. When I finally did that, but it took me a while to like pinpoint what the issue was, that I didn't feel like I was worth spending money on. That was the bottom line. And once I recognized that, it's like, oh, that's my old worth issue talking. I could probably dig 75 cents out of the cushions in my couch or the car. So I can buy that, but I do need to work on this idea that my worth isn't inherent, that my worth has anything to do with my size or my needs. And this is usually a developmental issue around like feeling if your needs aren't getting met, we can start to think that we're not worth them at all. And so we have to start challenging that. Okay, and it shows up through our food, the water bottle we'll let ourselves buy. It shows up in all kinds of ways. Clothes, people put off buying good fitting underwear because these other ones will have to do, and I don't deserve more. And it's like, no, stop that. You think you really deserve like that really tight digging in elastic band in your belly? That sounds cruel. I don't think so. You don't have to do that anymore. So this is my encouragement to you. Think about the places where you're withholding, doing the things right now that what in these especially challenging times, just create more space for yourself. In yourself. This is all this is for. And then secondly, I would love to hear below, what are some things that like if you just hit the pinpoint, like that one thing, some of these dominoes would fall. What have you discovered for yourself? So you heard one of my stories. I would love to hear yours. So I will see you in the next video. This will be Friday. And until then, I hope you have a really great day and use this time to be able to start to notice also when things open up more, what you don't want to let go of. Because a lot of us have noticed some things that we find that we really value that we're going to have to make some decisions about, which I'm going to talk more about next week. So, all right, thank you so much. Bye for now.